I just literally got to tell you, like, I'm sitting out here. Hey, man, look at this. It's Rose. Come on, man. I like these little. It's like those Christmas balls. You know what I'm saying, you know the Rose. Look at that. Look at these. To get one of these and keep it, I hold much on my culture, man. Welcome back to what I'm saying. Let me just talk to you about something, right? So if you haven't checked out my content for Brown Boy the Cure, I've literally, made a content where it's like pulling up a like Wild Wild West when they pull out. You know what I'm saying? They would stand on either side and they're like, yo, let's talk about my culture, right? So I made content on what is it, Alexa, Maria Estrella, right, which is to do with medical abuse, clinical negligence, medical malpractice, medical law breaches, and which falls under human rights breaches. And there's articles of a human right, which is right to life. I'm saying. So let me just break it down to you. So look, some people put this on that content. I was like, bro, like why this particular person? Because that person, I think, signifies a lot of people that are get mishandled, mistreated, and also when there's vetting mishandling issues. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people watch my content and probably think, he's probably a cocky bastard. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what, Brown Big, the air guitars out there. You know what I'm saying? He must be like a really arrogant person. And I'm like, well, man, when you load in, self-love and confidence, you know what I'm saying, and you're gonna get people that's just gonna come up and be like, hey, man, like, he thinks he's all that, and I'm like, yeah, I do think I'm all that. But then again, like, is that coming from ego? No, it's coming from like experience and being an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? A willingness to learn. You know what I'm saying? But let me just talk to my culture, right? Look, listen, I just would be able to tell you something. So the reason why I made the whole Alexa Maria Estrella's content is because I think it's important to talk about. I'm gonna start a series on her particularly because I think it's important because I just feel like the amount of distress I saw in the video. She's like literally been forced to take something that she doesn't need, which is creating, health, implications on the long-term basis. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's that. But why, much of my culture, my community, why is Brown looking all skinny and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like all that fat stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I've been like, cutting a lot of weight, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been on this fucking detox. I told you this. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been out there playing the air guitars, just literally like fluid and just cutting a whole bunch of weight. And does that mean I'm having my meals? Well, I'm having my meals, but I'm on a calorie deficit, you can call it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just because I just wanted to do this couple months and see how this goes. You know what I'm saying? Look, listen. So I've talked about the whole transformation of the platform, where it's gonna be and what we're gonna do and how I'm gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to like I said in my video this morning, like it's all about authentic expression. Like I'm Sri Lankan, I'm from Southeast Asia. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just do what the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's more to do with just connecting with my trauma culture. You know what I'm saying? I think, because when people hear my content, I said I'm a trigger point a lot of times. So I might be a trigger for a lot of people, but then again, like, that's why I can't, outside of my entrepreneurial bullshito, guitars for that, right? I can't connect to a lot of people because I think I'm a trigger point for a lot of people. But for me, coming back and having a conversation with a family member, and just recently as well, and my family member's like, to me, like, hey man, like, you just gotta realize, and I already knew this, but she's just telling me, like, while she was like, making some food or some crap, and I was in the kitchen, and then she goes to me, look, listen, you just gotta, be okay with you making content, and not worrying about it, just put it out for the world to see. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what, maybe that's important. For me, it's more of building an archive, a collection of videos, and then see where the fuck this goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the typical entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got this I got the earrings, and people probably look at me like, oh, what's around there? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm making videos. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's more like. Why would I want to make my brand be something that I'm not? So I'm saying I can pull up in a suit out here and sit and be like, hello, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm saying, but for me, it's more like, hey, I'm gonna just do what the fuck I want to do. If I pull up to Hollywood, like maybe one day, you know what I'm saying, go to the go and do any interviews, man. People gotta be ready to handle what they're gonna get. You know what I'm saying, and how I'm gonna talk and what I'm gonna talk about, my opinions. Not just because I'm a trigger point. I'm conventional, unorthodox, and I believe that individuality is important, and I think freedom is important for not just for a select group of people, but for everyone. You know what I'm saying, because we live in a democratic country, there's there's democracy. You know what I'm saying, and I think one of the main article of human rights is right to life. You know what I'm saying, and I think it's important to allow people to coexist with everyone. You know what I'm saying, I mean, look, I might be like the most loved or the most hated person, just as this man on this cross. You know what I'm saying, but then again, like because okay, look, let me just talk about this, which I think I did want to make content about, but it's just going to be a street. It's just going to be a brief talk. Like you got communities out there that get hated upon. You know what I'm saying, there's like a this hate just stems from like lack of education, ignorance. And it's all about, for me personally speaking, about being an individual. It's about coexisting with the large community, the collective, the world. You know what I'm saying? But also, who am I to judge what someone is and who someone wants to be? You know what I'm saying? And I think because I've come from a cultural barrier, I'm not talking about Sri Lanka or Sri Lankan Tamil. I'm just talking about Asia in general, or like in third world developing countries, right? Least economically developed countries compared to most economically developed country, right? Which has democracy. You know what I'm saying? Most economically developed countries, right? But then again, you look at least economically developed countries, right? They have this dictatorship, this they're very nuanced with opinions of the West. And example, I'm saying trans community, they should coexist with everyone and have freedom, blah blah blah, right? That might trigger a lot of people in the East. I'm saying the reason why that is because man, like, do you know what I'm trying to tell you? So my content is for everyone, and I think it's important, because what happens is, like, a lot of communities that are out there, just hate upon, and me making an opinion like how I make my opinion. Someone's from like a third world country is gonna be like, oh yeah, but he's making opinions about this, man. He's not part of this culture, broski. And I'm like, hey man, it's not about that, man. It's just about letting people just live how they fuck they want to live. You know what I'm saying? And I promote that, and I don't care what people got to say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if there's a larger volume of people out there trying to have an issue with the Browns brand or Jacob Brown official, I gotta just be honest with people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, people probably look at me and be like, oh, you know what, he's out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, like these hippies, like smoking a big ass, like a big ass, like joint. I had my hippie face. You know what I'm saying? Like the Beatles, like I wasn't tripping on LSD or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I was just literally like when I was young, 5 years ago, I'd just smoke a bunch of weed and sit there and think and just have a group of people, blah blah blah. But like people probably see my content and be like, oh, is he the new the consciousness, like the gurus, like what's that guy's name, like forgot his name. You know what I'm saying? But there's a book called The Power of Now. You know what I'm saying? But is he like the new Eckhart Tolle? Like is it Eckhart Tolle? The guy who gives like speech of consciousness and bullshit. I'm like, nah man, I'm just like me just getting the fuck on, just moving the fuck on with the life. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's more like, hey man, let's think. You know what I'm saying? Back to Socrates, isn't it? Like, I can't help a person do something, but I can help them think. You know what I'm saying? Because there's 8 billion people are gonna have like different identities, different values, different blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about coexisting together. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, like, I'm a trigger point. Like, there might be people that might not like my content, that might not even like me. Then again, like, that does that mean they have to take me out from the face of the earth and like bury me 6 feet under? No man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like just another person just going through this journey called life, this roller coaster called life, right? And we're just gonna see where this goes. You know what I'm saying? But then again, when people watch my content, I do some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Brown like being stupid. You know what I'm saying? And then they're thinking, oh, you know what? Is he okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then I tell people, look, listen, man. It's about experiencing life, then just to live yourself in this thing called life, and just play small. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what you're gonna take with you, your memories, make it meaningful. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta tell you, man. I don't mind being like the most hated man in the world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's that gonna achieve? Like nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's about the message that you carry. The Browns brand is all about do whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying? You know, but also show up for yourself, show up for yourself and show up for your people, and also, you know, it's about making, you know, what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it, and making your mission have a meaning. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're gonna go, you know, work 40 years in a corporate ladder, call it a life, that's your problem. Do you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's more about having a life with meaning, and it's a meaning that you built on yours and living life on your own terms. I'm saying, and I think it's important. That's why when it rains on my parade or some bullshit, like I don't like sit there and like, I might feel like upset for some time. I'm saying, but then again, I don't stay there. I'm saying, it's okay to feel those emotions. We're humans. I'm saying, but then I don't remain there. I'm saying, hey, I'm gonna go, man. I'm saying, hey, good talk, I'm saying, hey, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey,